Well, the day's finally here to upgrade the interior in Fabia, which is the Fabia that looks like crap at the moment. But yeah, got the interior to do. We'll be getting paint work as well at some point, a respray. But for now, get rid of this standard and very well worn classic interior. It's got the saggy roof lining. Carpets are worn, older model, so it's the old style dash. And yeah, got a new roof line to go in. Black seats out of an Ambiente. Facelift dash and all the trim. In fact, you can sort of see this carpet sitting there, which is a black carpet out of a Polo. Got that to go in. Roof lining up there. Some door panels. Various other bits and pieces. We've got panelling up there as well with the sort of storage bits in the back. You can maybe just see. There's rear speakers in those panels as well, which this car doesn't have. You can see this is a base model, so it doesn't have any, like, I guess you would call them like lids in their covers. No speakers back here, but yeah, that's all about to change. So today's job is to get all the interior out, carpets, dash, roof lining, everything, and then tomorrow probably begin swapping things over. Maybe even tonight, depending on how I get on. I need to run some wires to the back for things like the power outlet, because I'm going to put another one of those in at the back, as well as the rear speakers and stuff. But yeah, not a bad job, not a bad job at all. The interior, as you can see, is completely missing now. Dashboard, roof lining, everything. That is because it's all been replaced with nicer, fresher stuff. This car is a classic, so it's just the bare basic. This is all the old stuff that's came out of it. All the seats. The car's done near enough 200,000 miles, and quite a hard 200,000 miles. So the seats have collapsed, or at least the driver's has. The rest of the seats are worn, faded. Roof lining is sagging badly, and the upholstery is coming off of it, as you can see. Yeah, it almost looks blistered. That's the best way of putting it. Sorry, I just got like a message on my phone then, and I was just clearing it. Yeah, tailgate, that's rotten. As you can probably see there, the number plate light keeps trying to fall out. Nothing actually wrong with the dashboard, but I've got a facelift one to go in, which looks nicer. Like, these pre-facelift dashboards are made out of sandpaper. You could literally light a match off that. Well, maybe not literally. These trim panels, really scabby, as you can maybe see. I think the previous owner at some point had a very hairy, molty dog, and it's just made everything black. But yeah, I've got new trim panels to go in out of a higher spec Fabia, which I stripped. So it's going to gain rear speakers and another power outlet in the back there. That's the new roof lining to go in. To say out of an Elegance, it's one that I had in stock, has map lights in it. So I'm just in the process of putting the wiring in, which you can see at the back there for the map lights. I've got one side fitted, so it's connected in there. I've got this one to put in as well. Again, so easy to retrofit the rear map lights. You just have to tap into these wires for the front light, and if you get the wiring out of the donor car, well, luckily the wiring colours match, so it's really easy to do. Yeah, dashboard's been replaced. Luckily I don't need to do anything behind here, which is nice. That's the new roof liner. Ignore the Volvo full of scrap metal. But that is a donor car for my other car, because I have a Volvo as well. And yeah, you can see up there are the trim panels, the new ones to go in. Really good condition. They've got rear speakers in them, which is nice. New interior as well. This is a interior out of an Ambiente that has only done, I think it was like 50,000 miles or something like that. I did a swap with Ryan, who is another member of the Skoda community and lives relatively local, so I swapped him some other seats for these. But yeah, all is going well. Hopefully get everything back together in the next couple of days. Gonna get the roof lining in tonight, and then dashing and all that. Carpet's been replaced as well because this carpet's shagged. It's worn down there, can't really see, but it is. And it's the horrible, well, not horrible, but the very basic grey classic carpet. So over here, out of focus, amongst all this pile of shite, which is my dad's, don't blame me for that, we've got another carpet, which is a nice, good condition black one out of a Polo. So that will be going in as well. So yeah, that is what's currently happening. Try not to fall over. Incidentally, this trim here, the sort of lower dash part as well, that's going to be black because yeah, I've got all the black interior from another one, as I mentioned, just various parts cars that I've kept. Tailgate that's going on is mismatched as well, just like the front wing. Luckily it's the same colour as that wing, sort of complement it. But yeah, other than that, the car's pretty solid. I mean, it's getting a nice fresh interior. Yeah, it's got 200,000 miles on the clock, but it still works, it keeps going. There's nothing up with it. If it needs welding, I'll weld it. If it needs a new engine, I've got one in stock. Cheap motoring, to be honest. It'll be getting resprayed as well. One of my friends who does vehicle spraying is going to do it. Probably the same colour. And yeah, this car's, it used to be my granddad's, and when he passed away, it went down to my father, and it's now his daily. So yeah, we want to keep it in the family because it's actually quite a nice car. It's an SDI as well. Right, little update on the Fabia. It's coming back together now quite well. Got the facelift dashboard in, as you can see. That's all in nicely. Still keeping the grey bottom half. You didn't actually get this style dash with the grey bottom half. There's a fun fact for you from factory, so a bit unusual, which is always fun. Door cards will be getting changed. But yeah, inside we've got the Polo carpet in. Needs a bit of a clean again because I've been in with dusty feet. Ambiente seats, black centre console, new roof lining with map lights in the back. Still got assembly to do there. They work though. I'm in the process at the moment of adding extra wires for the rear speakers that it now has. So I've got a plug here. In fact, I've got many of these that I cut out of cars, so I can deepen it and add speaker wire to the plug in the car, because this being a classic only has front speakers. But yeah, on the subject of rear speakers and stuff, they're in here now because I've put new rear trim panels in, which you can see. It's got two interior lights either side. Now it has a power outlet as well there, which works. And yeah, also rear speakers and storage cupboards, which it didn't have before. So yeah, it's going on pretty good. Can't really think what else to mention at the moment. I've done quite a few bits to the car, but can't actually remember what. Black centre console, I think I mentioned, but the door cards are getting changed. Going with black ones. Got a pair up there. Still need to get another set of front ones. But no, it's coming on pretty good. It's still a classic, if that makes sense, in inverted commas. But it's just gained a few extras. But exterior wise, it's a classic. It only has roof rails and front fog lights that I retrofitted. So yeah, it's about 90% there now. It smells a lot nicer inside anyway, that's all I'm going to say, because the old interior was just knackered. In fact, you can see it just sitting there. Yeah, that's all scrap. Although I think I've got somewhat in the dashboard. Because that's the pre-facelift dashboard. Roof lining was all saggy. You can't really see because it's upside down, but yeah, it's all the material was coming off of it. So it's all ready to get thrown out. Apart from the boot liner, that's just sitting there. But no, it's coming on pretty good. I'm going to crack on and get it finished. Added another tailgate as well, because the old one was rotten. This one is actually fine, it's just a different colour. So yeah, got that to finish reassembling. It was one I took off a donor car, which funnily enough, the front wing on this is from, well, because it's a different colour, it's a dark blue. Parts car that has managed to fix all of our Skodas. So yeah, we're getting there. And that is the interior, pretty much finished now, as you can see. This part of the video is filmed about 2 months later, because I completely forgot to film this part, showing it all. But yeah, Dad decided to keep the lower bits of the dash in grey and trims and stuff to mix it up a bit. Still need to get different door cards for the back. As you can see, I've got Ambiente ones on the front now to match the seats. But all this came out of a hatchback, and obviously this is an estate, so need to get door cards for the back. A few little bits and pieces, like of the trim that goes in there, the little coloured bits, where the light would normally go. Grab handles for the back, etc. Because this being a base model, didn't have any. I've got a friend who's got some, so that's okay. But yeah, it's all pretty much done. By the time you see this video, it's probably going to have all the little bits finished off. Want to get black window winders and things as well. But yeah, certainly nicer in here. It doesn't smell like farm, which it used to, because it was my granddad's car and he was a farmer, so it was pretty nasty inside. But yeah, roof lining's in, a few little marks that can be cleaned off, not actual damage, not sagging. So yeah, as you can see, got a auxiliary clock, you could say, just there, because that one's dead. Dash cluster fault. I've tried replacing the screen in that, so at some point it'll get a new cluster probably, but it's just a car to do my dad to drive to work and stuff, so it doesn't really matter that much.